Tommy, can you explain for us about the new Consolidated Appropriations Act and how that impacts businesses by adding fiduciary responsibility and liability, and how, as consultants, we can help CEOs avoid that liability?
Yeah, so very, very good question. So the CAA Healthcare Insurance Act of 2021, or the Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021, established protections for consumers related to surprising bills or transparency in healthcare. So the whole idea behind it was to open up transparency behind healthcare. So a lot of people, when you ask them, who is the customer of healthcare, they assume the customer is the patient. But the customer is actually who purchases the healthcare insurance, because the healthcare insurance is the majority of what pays for the healthcare services. And who pays for the healthcare insurance? That is business owners. So part of this Transparency Act, or Consolidated Appropriations Act, is a piece that is holding CEOs fiduciarily responsible for what they're bringing in to their healthcare benefits and how they're purchasing it, and sharing that transparency and that building with their employees. So I always like to compare this to when how we ended up with our current 401ks. So everybody knows current 401ks, but back in the day, they were pensions. And a lot of times, if the employer or the CEO or the company misused those funds, a pension that you thought you were going to get in retirement just all of a sudden disappeared. And so they started holding business owners fiduciarily responsible. Well, the easiest way to get business owners out of being fiduciarily responsible was just to give the choice to the employees, to say, look, you choose what you want to invest in and we'll match it at a certain amount. And this is what got us from pensions into modern day 401ks. Well, this is what's going to basically happen with healthcare as well, is if employers cannot give over that transparency and those choices to those employees, then they will be held fiduciarily responsible for what they offer the employees and what the employees have to pay for. So as consultants, we come in and we break down this law and we simplify it for them. And we bring in choices and solutions that allow the fiduciary to fall on the responsibility of the employee rather than the employer, helping to protect the employer from any liability or lawsuits that might occur from them handling the fiduciary responsibility of the healthcare benefits. So I hope this helps.